What's up, Raging Nation? How's it going? This is Alex Yu, and you're watching The Road to Beast Wars. This is just a web series. We're talking about the production of Transformers Rise of the Beasts. This is episode number 67, and I know it has been a while since I posted an episode for the series. We are closing in on June 9th, which is the release of Transformers Rise of the Beasts, and I sincerely apologize for not making any videos. The fact is that my brother visited from Japan. I haven't seen him in 3.5 years. Okay, 3.5 years. So I just wanted to spend the 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks with him uninterrupted. So now that he has flown back to Japan, we can get right on this journey because we are ready to count down to Beast Wars, or rather Rise of the Beasts, which is happening very, very soon. As a matter of fact, the release is June 7th. Here, I don't know about the rest of the world, but June 7th is when we're having the early fan screening event at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so that's when I'm going to watch it. Tickets aren't quite available yet, but I will be on the lookout for them soon. Anyways, let's jump right into it. We're doing a full-on trailer analysis, and we're going to start off with this shot right here. We got Optimus Primal swinging around the jungles, and here is Airazor flying in the background. I love this shot. I really, really love this aerial shot of Rhinox and Cheetor just walking along the river, the stream. This is a really cool shot. You know, very, very photorealistic. Moving on, we have Cheetor just jumping around, hiding in. I don't want to say hiding in plain sight, but the fact is that they are coexisting. This monologue from Optimus Primal suggests that they've been coexisting with animals and then hiding around in the jungles for a long time, years even. Here we have Airazor just flying around, and you know, she's just like any other Falcon. Of course, we got an establishing shot of New York Twin Towers in the background. You know, it's a very gloomy evening here, which suggests that something bad is going to happen. I love this shot. Optimus Prime just rolling around in what appears to be like could be a junkyard, or it could be like just a parking lot for buses or larger vehicles. And I love that he's just transforming in, you know, in the background there. He's not in the foreground doing it all. It's just kind of suggesting that these are still the robots in disguise still. There's still mystery there. Next shot, we see his feet. And here's Optimus Prime in his glory, in the you know, the flat nose cab robot mode, which we've only seen one time. Well, if you count evasion mode Optimus Prime, but that's a little different. We've seen it one time just in Bumblebee, but there he is, Optimus Primal doing a bit of a exposition, telling him that you know, something big is coming. Now, first thing I think of when I see this shot is a matrix of leadership. You know, that's the first thing. I mean, look at the shape of it. Look at the middle of it. It's got the gold color, just like in G1. But what really is interesting is the size of it. Okay, so here you see two people's, one person's pair of hands. Okay, it looks like Elena. There's a top shot of Elena. But then these things that are coming on the side, they look like it makes it look like the matrix of leadership, or whatever this is really tiny. So it's just a kind of a weird forced perspective thing going on here. Because like when I first watched it in the trailer, I wasn't sure, is this small or large? I can't really understand the scale of it. Anyways, this might not even be a matrix of leadership at all. It might just be whatever the Terracons are looking for. And then once it touches, then this thing happens. Unicron is coming, and once I saw that, I think everybody's jaw dropped as soon as Ron Perlman mentioned that Unicron is coming. Here's a shot of Elena, and this looks like the shot during or after the aftermath of the museum showdown well, it was shot in Montreal, but you know what I'm talking about. The scene where a Scourge stabs Bumblebee, which we're going to see later on. Unicron, this is full-on Unicron. Not this, like, horn sticking out of the desert thing that we saw in Transformers last night. This is Unicron, and this is the way he should look. It's Planet Eater. Those look like Saturn's rings. So he's very, very far away. 1994, we got established a time. Of course, we've already seen this. Noah getting into a car. I love that the Autobot logo just shows up on the screen. You know, where you change the radio. He's rolling out, and then of course we've already seen this in the teaser trailer. It's Mirage's holograms. It's Mirage, right? Is it Mirage? Oh yeah, it's Mirage, not Jazz. And we see the 5 Porsches. He throws him out. It was such a smooth move. He just kind of throws him out like nothing. And I'm sure that was a pretty painful landing. And then Mirage transforms. And he's like, oh my god. Like, we've seen this type of thing with Sam Witwicky. He's like, oh my god, what is this? So every time they get new human characters, we have to go through this again and again and again. Okay, and this time, it's been a while since we've done this. So, 2018 when with Haley Steinfeld's character Charlie, and then back in 2007 with Sam Witwicky. And then, of course, Mark Wahlberg when he discovers Optimus Prime. So every time there's new human characters, we got to go through this process again, which is totally fine. We're starting fresh. And he's like, "Hey, what's up? I thought we were boys, right?" Optimus Prime comes in a little bit angry. I wasn't expecting this, but he goes, "You brought a human?" So he must have they must have been hiding for a long time, or this could have been his first encounter with a human where they're actually interacting, because they've been successfully been disguised for such a long time and avoided human contact. Look at that in the background. You see Bumblebee and RC in their vehicle modes. He chucks his rod away, and he says like, "Hey, I'm not a threat anymore. I don't see you." He lifts him up, and he's just very, obviously he's in deep fear. Now, this is a great shot. This is during the Peru chase, okay? I'm looking forward to this sequence. Of course, there's got to be chase sequences. So Battletrap throws his hook over his tow line, hooks it onto Skyline. Ninja or Nightbird. Nightbird is pulling him so he could do the spin move, and he starts shooting missiles out. That's a pretty sick move. Like, I love seeing stuff like this, because like, this is where you see the vehicle modes, the alt modes in action. It's not just driving. They're doing a lot more than that. These are aggressive vehicles, so they should be doing a lot of things. Now, this is cool. He's got missiles coming out of this exhaust thing, whatever this thing is called, that a lot of hot rod vehicles have. But basically, he's got only 3 shots, unless it kind of they materialize, more missiles materialize. Now, this is very interesting. This shot, I could never make out who was falling down because it happened so fast. But then, I'm pretty sure that's Scourge in the background, which suggests that there are 2 battles happening at once. One on the road, and then parallel to that on the hills, there's another battle going on. So Scourge and probably Optimus was having a chase above in the hills. There's Nightbird. He's going to flip, and then he's going to transform. Something awesome's going to happen. They cut it off right here because they got to save some action for later on. We see Optimus Prime, and his face is, I find, is quite different, like the shape of it, and just the overall look of it. And I read that Stephen Cable Jr. Modeled it off of Peter Cullen, which is quite extraordinary. Like, and I can totally see it. You can totally see it. Optimus in this scene, he says, "This is not our fight," and then. I'm wondering whose fight is this? Then who are the Terracons? Like, what is he referring to when he says this is not our fight? So, is he talking to the humans? Is he talking to other Autobots? And the other Autobots were suggesting we gotta help the humans. Then that would make sense, okay? Because he's trying his best to remain in, hiding in plain sight, right? Or is he suggesting that to humans, which wouldn't make any sense to me, because I'm thinking, well, if it's not their fight and the humans need them, then who's gonna fight for them? Right? Are they just going to let the Terracons just do their thing and terrorize the Earth? So what's going to happen? Here's Battletrap, Scourge, and Nightbird coming out of the ocean, or the lake. Very awesome. It's Stranger Danger. Cheetor is pouncing on this is their first encounter. Okay, it's Autobots and Maximal's first encounter. It's not a very friendly encounter, so that's why you see what's happening. Airazor, voiced by Michelle Yeoh, suggests that, hey, we gotta help each other to protect the home that we love. And then Stratosphere is in the background. So Stratosphere transported them all to Peru from America. I love these shots. I absolutely freaking love shots like this. These are Avengers assembled style shots where, you know, they all come into the picture. And you know, when you watch it in the big screen, it's going to give you goosebumps. I guarantee you. By the way, great shot of Wheeljack over here, looking really awesome. And there is Unicron. So what's really crazy is that, okay, this could be one of two things. This could be a flashback scene where Unicron, has visited Earth before, but that wouldn't make any sense because why would he visit and not attack Earth? I mean, like, consume Earth. This could be a present day shot which takes place during the movie, which suggests that Unicron does really come very, very close in eating the Earth, but somehow they were able to fend him off. Or this could be like a completely different planet with an atmosphere like Earth. So Noah's wondering, like, how big could he be? Well, he eats planets, so he's freaking huge. This is a very interesting shot. We see, no, that's Scourge. That's Scourge. And he appears to be, just like in a 1986 cartoon, a minion of Unicron. Okay, so and if those are his eyes, I think that Unicron should actually be bigger. I don't think the scale is right. If he consumes planets, then his eyes should definitely be way bigger than that. So he says, like, way bigger than a planet. So that's pretty funny. Now this is a great shot. Bumblebee jumping out of Stratosphere, and then later on he puts on his battle mask and starts blasting all these spheres. I don't know where they come from. I don't know who's launching them out, but those are bad guy spheres, so he needs to take them out. But that's a really, really great shot. Scourge is once again saying a very, very classic villain line, and that is like, everything you know is gone or going to be destroyed. Everything you loved will be demolished. Now, this shot is most likely right before the final act of the film. This is him saying his final goodbyes. He's saying that, you know, I'm necessary. You know, the Autobots need me. There's something that I'm meant to do. Okay, it's kind of like Sam Witwicky, how he had to go. His dad said, no, you're not going. You're coming with us. But he's like, I have to do this. Autobots need me. We're saving the fate of the planet. I gotta go. Okay, so this is a very classic shot. This takes place obviously right before the final act when he's on his way to Peru. Okay, his brother obviously, you know, cares about him, his little brother, and they gotta go. This is Elena and Noah hanging out in Stratosphere, and they're just thinking about, like, oh my god, like, we're really doing this. We are really going, and they just can't, like, it's kind of surreal to them because they're thinking about that. What they're about to do is going to be dangerous. It's going to be life-threatening, but we got to do it. Who else is going to do it? This is a bit crazy. You see Scourge and Battletrap in the background. Bumblebee, I don't know, this is kind of a bad career choice, but Bumblebee decides to lunge at him, like do a flying lunge at him, and then he gets stabbed, okay? I think that's a pretty careless move. I think it's very reckless, because how do you go up against, you have blasters, why don't you just shoot from far away instead of get yourself stabbed? Now, Scourge must have been able to get his hands on whatever it is he was looking for, because he's able to do this thing with lightning bolts, right? So obviously he was successful. And then Optimus Prime, I'm positive he rolls in way too late, but the Terragons cause a lot of destruction, and only a couple of them were able to make it there, but they failed in stopping them. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the scene in the campus scene in Revenge of the Fallen, where Alice the Pretender was shooting up the library where Sam Witwicky and Michaela were at. But anyways, this you can kind of put the puzzle together. Scourge is just blowing the place up, looking for the artifact that he needs. Okay, and they were trying to get it, but then they were too late, so he's blowing the place up, and now they got to run away. This is one of the scenes in Peru. they were able to uncover it and, you know, open this thing up. And maybe there are Maximals inside, who knows? Or there's bad guys inside, you know, more Terracons. Elena, oh, I forgot what she says in this line. Yeah. Something about saving the world. And look at this. Who is flying? And why is the place glowing? And look at this thing. This thing reminds... You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the pillars that were pointing up at the sky in Transformers Dark of the Moon. That thing on top of the hill. Maybe this thing calls Unicron. Alright, I love these shots where the Autobots are assembling, getting ready to fight. You know, the fact is that Wheeljack is really growing on me. He really is. Optimus Primal, Optimus Prime, Rhinox in the back. Let them come. Here comes Unicron, and I don't think that this is Earth. This is another planet he's just consumed. Most likely not one of the the planets in the solar system, okay, in our Milky Way. Most likely, I'm just going to throw this out here. I think this is a shot of a planet that we don't even know about, that Mirage or Optimus Primal is narrating that, hey, he's a consumer of planets, and then we see this shot right here, okay? Who is attacking? Who is breathing fire? Okay, who's flying around with, like, this, like, looks like a freaking kaiju flying around breathing fire? Who is that? You know, that's really interesting. Could it be another Terracon that we don't know about? Now, this looks extremely dangerous. I have questions about this. What is Elena doing? She is hanging on for dear life. Look how freaking dangerous this is. There's lava in the bottom. She is totally risking her life. What did she do to get herself in this situation? Which makes me really wonder, you know, I'm not complaining here. I'm just wondering, why are the humans needed for such a dangerous situation? It's, in my opinion, that's very, very reckless and careless, and they should be there. They really shouldn't be there, okay? If there's one thing that's got to happen, is that they need some serious protection, because what they're doing is extremely dangerous. Okay, we've seen this shot before. We got Pablo's Servicios, televisions and radios or whatever. Anyways, Battletrap fires a missile. He does the spin move, and then it flies right by her. This must be part of the Mirage chase scene. He's out of control. And finally, look at this battle sequence. We got, from left to right, we got Wheeljack, Optimus Primal, Optimus Prime. I think that's Cheetor in the background, and Rhinox. This is the big battle sequence, which I have no idea where it takes place, actually. Maybe something from the ground just rose up. Maybe this is the Terracon headquarters. Maybe they time traveled to another time. What is going on? I do not know. Where, like, this does not look like Earth to me, but something definitely rose from the ground, okay? This is crazy. Scorponok, plural, okay? Optimus Primal taking out Scorpion-type Terracons. Okay, there's plenty of them. There's a lot of them around. In the same shop, he swings around and has to beat up another one. There's another one on the ground. Cheetor is about to attack it, but look at that thing in the background. These are weird-looking Terracons. Then we see, this is great. I love this. This is RC standing on top of Rhinox. She must have a way to have, like, suction cups on the bottom of her feet, because, like, I don't know how she keeps the balance on her on Rhinox. Look at this. She's like riding, and like it looks like her feet are stuck to the top of Rhinox. She's blasting away. They are completely outnumbered. I really don't know how they're going to take all these Terracons out, unless, and I'm pretty positive of this, these are one-shot Terracons, like one-hit wonders, okay? You shoot them, they're down, they're done, okay? And they're Terracon minions, okay? You know, they don't even look very stable. Look at them. Some of them have very, very thin legs. So once you just take out their main body, and they got small, fragile bodies, looks like they're done. Okay, the fight continues. I hope there are more, you know, like more formidable Terracons other than the three and other than these other ones, right? Ones that actually put up a fight, because otherwise it's just gonna be beep, 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 and then they're done, right? Here they are. I love this pose. Like, they're both ready to fight. Very strong. Autobot fighters. Mirage says, take the keys. What kind of key is this? It looks like he has done this before. He sticks his hand out and then, like, you know, it wraps around him. It reminds me of, you know, Transformers Last Night, where the thing wrapped around Mark Wahlberg's hand. But it seems to be giving him a suit, because if you look at this next shot, no, this is really, it's a very curious scene. It reminds me of Mega Man. But anyways, he's hanging on. This is obviously also a very, very dangerous situation. He could be thrown into this pit, wherever this is. And he's just sliding around, but he's coming along for the ride. I'm pretty positive that's Noah in a suit where the whatever the thing is on his hand just materialized all over him. And he's part of the fight. He's just joined the fight. It allows him to be able to do a lot of stunt work in action. And he doesn't have to worry really about hurting himself. And yeah, unless that's a brand new character that's not Noah, but I mean, the safe bet is that it's Noah. Finally, we are left with a final shot of Bumblebee just defending himself. What is this platform or surface that he's fighting on? It is really, really, like, it really gives, you know, sets up a lot of questions for what's going to happen for the, in this scene. So, I don't know what's going on, but it's kind of crazy to me, okay? But I'm super, super excited. I cannot freaking wait, okay? Anyways, that's all I gotta say in this review, this trailer analysis. I apologize for not bringing it earlier, but like I said before, my brother was in town for 2 weeks. I was gonna spend lots of time with them, so because I haven't seen them in 3.5 years, so I had to put everything else aside. But we are going on strong, full force. We got like, let's see, 7 plus 4, 11, 11 plus 11. 22 days before the movie comes out, okay? 22 days, I'm going to be back. I'm back with lots of videos. We're going to count down to Transformers Rise of Beasts. I can't wait to do this all with you. I can't wait to watch the movie. It's going to be huge. My name is Alex Yu. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.